All right, guys, welcome to another edition of Signed by Superstars Live. Today we're joined by 1/4 of the four horsemen, Tully Blanchard. It is a pleasure and honor to be seated here with you in the world of professional wrestling. To me, you're one of the greatest workers out there, and I've always believed in your character. And obviously, whenever I saw you working in the ring, you always gave it your all, no matter what day it was, even on Sundays, and working Sundays twice in the weekend, and you were on the road all those days back in the day. And
oh yeah, it was different. I mean, people don't understand how hard and how much we traveled. Twice on Sundays, and then we did TV taping on Tuesdays, so you could wrestle twice, and then you might have been the main event at the TV show, so that you were part of the drawing the crowd for TV.
Yeah,
and then off, and only had to wrestle once on Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday. And then when we were doing TBS, we had to get up at 5 in the morning. Oof. Or fly till 1 in the morning and get to Atlanta so that we could be at the studio by 10 in the morning.
It was a roller coaster ride. It was a real grind.
Whoa.
It's not like today when the guys have off a couple days and then, they got TV and maybe a house show here and there, and that's it. So, guys, welcome to the show. If you guys want to place an order for any 8x10s, we've got 8x10s right there. You can see them on the screen. We have 11x14s, 11x17s. We actually have a dual sign that MJF already signed, and lots of other stuff with Baby Doll she already signed. We just added a NWA TV title. I could show you that if you go back to me, Joe. We have this. We have one of these available. We'll have Tully sign it and inscribe whatever you want him to write on here. One of my favorite titles of all time. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, I love the color of it, and it's red's my favorite color. And we also have these canvases. I don't know if Joe put them up on the website, but these are going to be $125 each. If you want one, we will invoice you. We only have 3 of them, and we'll number them. And would you say Dusty Rhodes was your probably #1 foe in the business?
Probably.
And Magnum?
Magnum was, the I Quit match is probably the most famous, but it was Dusty and I had, the barbed wire matches, and the I Quit match. Well, I Quit was Magnum, but the First Blood match.
Right.
And a lot of those were on big shows and were classics.
Yeah.
And so it is certainly, Dusty was a key person in opponents for in my career.
All right, we're going to do some mail order, guys, right now. We're going to do your mail order items, and then if you guys want to place an order, you can do so right here on the main page, Signed by Superstars. The first item we're going to do is for Andrew Vasquez. It's that action figure in the soft case. We're going to do this in red paint pen, and then we're just going to sign your name on it. Oops, I got it. Yep. All right. Let's see, Andrew Vasquez. All right, thank you, Andrew, for sending this in. If you guys have any questions for Tully, go ahead and put it in the chat. Good question, Carlos. Carlos Perez said, from the Pinnacle in AEW, who would have been a perfect singles heel on Jim Crockett Promotions? Wardlow, Shawn Spears, or MJF?
Probably toss up between Shawn Spears and MJF.
Yeah. Did you like working with Max?
I never was around him very much.
Yeah.
I spent most of my time around Shawn and then FTR.
Okay.
So it was...
FTR is a great tag team. They reminded a lot of the guys out there of you and Arn. So good workhorses. We'll do Brian Westcott's Encyclopedia. And I believe he's in the Brainbuster section. He might even be in there twice. I'm not sure, but I know Brian sent us a message. Yeah, we could ask him about Gino, if you have any Gino Hernandez stories that might have never been told yet.
I can't almost remember back that far.
I know, Southwest Championship Wrestling. Yeah, he might be under the Brainbuster section.
Yeah, I think that's where it is.
Yeah, Gino was it was awesome.
Yeah, Gino and I were a great tag team.
Yeah.
But not as good as Arn and I, because Gino and I were the same style.
Right. Yeah.
And so you got two guys the same style versus Arn was a big guy, I was a smaller guy, quick moving, so we had two different ends, and that's why I personally think that Arn and I were the best tag team.
Without a doubt. All right, Brian, thank you so much. Chris Murray, what does he have up there? Maybe some tickets or some... Oh, he's probably got some cards.
Yep.
We could find Chris Murray's cards. Thank you, Brian. Somebody asked if you liked wrestling in Charleston, West Virginia.
Yes.
Somebody asked, how crazy was to be part of the pay-per-view Heroes of Wrestling? Do you remember that pay-per-view, unfortunately? It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't.
Our belts are zinc, and they're 4mm plates. Yep, we got one left. And you can order it right there on the website, and we'll have Tully autograph it, inscribe, whatever you want. All right, Chris Murray, these are your cards. If you guys just tuned in, right there on the main page, there's a drop-down menu. You could order 8x10s. We've got a belt, 11x14s, 11x17s. We got some AEW cards. We got a nice artwork piece. And we actually got some original Crockett 4 Horsemen bandanas as well. See some orders coming in now. Thank you guys for placing those orders. All right. Up next is David Lothar. We have a Dark Journey and Tully 8x10, and also a Horseman centerfold. That pay-per-view with Tully was with Jake Roberts, and I think Jake was a little off his rocker that day. That's what they're saying. I don't remember that either. Thank you, Enrique, for your order. It's going through now. I see it being typed in.
What we got? Dark Journey.
Yeah. If you want to hand me the items too, I could just hand them to Tully and I could check them off. Whatever is easier for you instead of searching for them all. If you just want to bring something out that's up there, so we don't have to do it that way.
Dark Journey.
All right, David, this is for you. Any color that you prefer.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it the same.
Yep. There should be a centerfold up there for David. There you go. David, we got your centerfold now. Thank you.
There's a bunch of happy-looking guys in that picture.
Oh, yeah. Did you like working with Dark Journey? Compared to Baby Doll?
The Perfect Women contest was a unbelievable success,
Right.
and it was amazing the amount of pictures and things that they got sent into TBS, and Baby Doll was absolutely the perfect person.
Yeah. You guys complimented each other, too. Outside the ring and in the ring.
Yeah.
It just worked.
Yeah.
All right, we got to do a magazine, ringside magazine for Dimitri Grospis. We're going to do this in silver Sharpie. Thank you, Dimitri.
Silver Sharpie. Well, you don't have very many pictures with somebody doing something to Ronnie Garvin. Oh, I want a copy of this magazine.
He always reminds me of Robert De Niro. I don't know why. Chris Havlick said he loves watching your daughter work, so that's awesome.
Well, thank you.
Carlos Perez said, in WWF in 88-89, did someone give you advice when you faced the Warrior and said, protect yourself, brother?
No, but I'd been around enough to
Right.
know that I was supposed to do that.
We got 3 cards for Eric Burgess. We're going to do Eric's cards now. Thank you, Eric, for sending them in.
That's the stack, right?
No, it's 3 other cards. The stacks, I think.
Oh, these ones.
Yeah. Yep.
One,
Thank you, Eric, for sending these in.
3.
There's
I
some
love
programs up there, too,
I
for
love when
Eric.
people send their own markers.
Yeah.
It makes it so much better.
Oh, it does. Hey, Rob, I purchased one of the pictures of Tully and Baby Doll for Tully to sign. Not sure if you got those yet. No, we didn't do that one yet. We got your order up there, Peter. You're on the list for sure. We did sign some stuff yesterday at the show, too, just so you guys know. These are all for Eric. All right, we're going to add you to this 8x10 for George Palmerino. I also want to show you guys this jacket while he's signing this one. This is Tully Blanchard's last jacket that he ever wore in the ring for AEW when he had the Tully Blanchard Enterprises. And we are going to auction this off today. Tully will sign it, whatever you want written on there for an inscription. We're going to start this jacket off at $500. And again, remember, this is the last ever ring-worn jacket that Tully had. So if anybody wants to start the bidding on this, we'll do it for $500. We'll also give you a free 8x10 with that as well. So, all right. There we go. Tully's thoughts on working with Marvin Ward. And I think you worked the Virginia pay-per-view. I think you were behind the scenes working for Marvin. You were one of the producers and agents for the show. Terry Funk worked Dreamer. Kevin Nash worked Ricky Morton.
Yes, I was.
Yep. Any memories on Marvin?
Not really. I barely remember the one that I was not in the ring.
Right.
So I was kind of like a fish out of water.
Gotcha.
And but it was a successful pay-per-view, if I remember right.
Yeah, they did pretty good.
And
That was for the
that's
JF card or 8x10.
And that's what you want. You want to be successful.
All right, we're gonna do a sheet of cards for John Crowther. John, this is gonna be for you. What's up, Dave Puckett?
Any color?
Any color. Yep, anything that will pop.
That's the original TV title.
Wow.
That's old.
Looks like the one that Jake might have had, too. Well, that was Georgia, actually. Georgia TV title. Good question, Enrique. We will ask Tully that as well.
And
What was
good picture of Gino.
That is a good picture. I don't think we have any pictures of you and Gino up here. I don't think that was I don't think Joe knew how to pick that one. Somebody asked, what was your favorite version of the Horsemen?
The group that went into the Hall of Fame. Rick, Barry,
Yeah.
Arn, and myself.
Without a doubt. Jonathan Miller, we got you already. 8x10 with Baby Doll up there for Peter Reno. Hey, what's up, Jordan? Memories of the War Games. Yeah, we'll ask Tully that in a second. Guys, there's the link to order right there. You just click on it if you want to get anything signed by Tully. We are taking orders. And don't forget, we have the NWA TV title, guys. We just added this yesterday. So if you didn't see it on there, it's up there now for you to order the TV title for $500. What did you think of Lex Luger when he first came into the company? Did you see the potential in Lex?
Oh, absolutely. He was just starting, and it was.
Oh, it's personalized to Peter. Go ahead.
What the?
Yeah, that last one we did. 8x10 with Baby Doll.
And Lex was, but he was too good an athlete to not finally get in the flow.
Right.
To who?
Peter. Yep. He was fresh out of Florida. I think he was training down there with Hiro Matsuda.
Yeah, and so it was a good. In the long run, it was the perfect thing to do, because when we did the angle with Barry and switched him heel,
Yep.
nobody saw that coming,
It was awesome.
and it was the hottest thing that you could ever have done.
100%. I agree.
And by doing that, you just exploded the Horsemen, because now you had 4 guys that could perform with anybody,
Yeah.
and it worked, and it changed the dynamics of the group, because Ole and Arn were the tag team and Rick and I were the 2 singles, and then Rick and Barry became the singles, and Arn and I became the tag team,
Yeah.
and so it was a very dynamic shift, and
All right.
couldn't have been done without Lex.
Yeah, it's true. Stacy Kruth, we got your encyclopedia here for Tully to sign. A lot of good questions coming in, guys. Memories of the war games.
Survival.
Right. Are we going to do Erica's programs? There's a bunch up there probably for Erica. Somebody wants to know your memories of working with Fujinami in '95. If you remember that match.
Oh yeah, it was the only time I ever went to Japan.
Wow.
And it was his retirement match, and it was my first time ever in front of a completely Japanese crowd, and so I had to make some adjustments in the flow of what I did, because they didn't do all the same stuff like the American crowd would have done.
Yeah.
But it was a very memorable and great time, great match. I'm glad that they picked me to do his retirement.
Maybe we'll sign here so you don't hit Dusty's signature. We don't want you to overlap. Awesome. There's one of them, Erica, for you. Still talk to J.J. Dillon at all?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Spent the last 2 weeks with him in Las Vegas and then in Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah, that was a great convention I heard in Indy.
Yes. Spent a lot of time with JJ, a lot of road miles.
Oh, yeah.
You want that in Sharpie? Yeah, I do Sharpie right here.
Yeah. Somebody would like to know how faith has impacted your life?
Changed everything about my life. 35 years ago, 35 and a half years now. And it is, now that I don't work at the church anymore full time, I'm able to do this. But this morning I spent time in reading the Word and praying and getting myself ready to go, so that I can take a step back into the wrestling world and do this virtual signing.
We're going to do the robe now for Tracy. And he had some specific instructions on there with the colors and inside.
Sign on the inside of the robe with black Sharpie. And from my personal collection.
So we're just going to strive from my personal collection and have him sign it.
On the inside. Black Sharpie.
For my personal collection?
Yeah.
I didn't see they all
For
got.
or from?
From.
I didn't see they all got. Skywalkers got signed. Night of the Skywalkers program.
That could be up here too. I just saw the 3. Oh, the ones from yesterday. The ones we took yesterday. Yes,
Okay.
I got to get those.
Okay. Are they in the car? Or are they here?
I think they're here.
Okay.
There was,
It might still be up there.
Yeah, there was
We
some
probably
pile.
didn't get to it yet.
Yeah.
There you go, Tracy. Aloha.
Nice.
Sweet.
Hope you enjoy.
All right. Somebody said, you remember working with Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart?
Woo. There's a reason they call him Jim the Anvil.
Stiff? Here you go, Erica. Here's your Skywalkers. He was a character, Jim.
Oh.
I thought there was one missing. It was from the one you did yesterday.
Yeah. And that's up there.
No, that was this one.
Okay, that one?
Yeah.
Good. All right, there you go. All right, Tracy also has an 8x10. We're going to sign this in black Sharpie. I don't know if this is going to look good in black because of the color. Maybe if you do it up here. Tracy said he wants you to inscribe, "Thanks for buying my robes." I think he bought something else off of Mike as well. Yep, we did that yesterday, Jonathan, for sure.
Is this for a robe?
Tracy, same gentleman with the robe. All right, Chris Annis. Let's see what you got. Photo number 8, which is the bloody one.
Ooh.
We're gonna do this in red paint pen, and you're gonna write to Chris, Horsemen ride forever. Don't forget, guys, you can go ahead and place an order right now. We got lots of stuff. We got the belt. I know Brad was interested in the belt. We'll still have Tully sign it at the end if nobody grabs it. And don't forget, we saw the AEW ring-worn jacket that is up for grabs. We'll show it again. We're looking to get $500 opening bid on this. It's the last worn item that Tully had in the ring that he wore in AEW on TV and some other shows as well. We're looking to get $500 for the jacket. Here you go, Mike. All right, John Wheat, photo number 12, which is going to be this one right here. We're just going to sign it in any color you like that you think will be good for that. John Wheat. That was for John's. That was
He already had one on there.
okay. You just throw it out. This is for John. Good question, Pete. What was the difference between working with Bobby or J.J. Dillon? Who did you feel complimented you guys better as a team?
I think that both are probably the 1 and 1A managers in professional wrestling history. I think that JJ was a little more featured to us. He adjusted to us.
Yeah.
Where we had to adjust to Bobby.
You think Bobby at times tried to outshine you guys, or was he taking away
He was with the WWF at the time. He was probably more over than we were.
Gotcha.
So it was a give and take thing.
Right.
But by the same token, Bobby only managed us on TV.
Right.
And at pay-per-views. Live shows we were on our own.
Right.
And so that was a little bit different. So
All right, Isaac, we're going to do light blue paint pen. He just wants you to sign your name and write your favorite Bible verse.
Light blue?
Yep, if you have a light blue paint pen over there.
which I do on every autograph.
There you go. Somebody asked if it's true that Dick Ebersol was a big fan of you and Arn.
Dick
that one.
Ebersol was a big fan of ours because we kept the ratings up after Hogan.
Right. And I'll never forget the match with you guys and the Rockers. I think it was a 2 out of 3 falls match in '89. It might have been possibly the match of the year. It was incredible. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm sure it's on YouTube. If you want to watch a wrestling clinic, definitely check that match out with Sean and Marty. It was amazing. In fact, you guys were in town working the Spectrum that night, and it aired at the Marriott bar. I remember watching it in the Marriott. The good old Marriott. Speaking of towns, what was your favorite town to travel to?
Philly was probably one of the best because the Horsemen could do no wrong in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
And whereas you go to Baltimore, we had to get police escort just across the street to get to the arena.
Right. All right.
Ricky said Philly was a heel town.
Oh, it was totally a heel town. Ask Shane Douglas and Johnny Ace about that. This one we're doing red paint pen. Yep, and then we're just going to sign your name.
Enrique.
And again, guys, if anybody wants one of these canvases, we're going to have Tully sign these right now in red. They're going to be $125, and we'll invoice you for them.
Have them inscribe NWA Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we'll do 3 different ones, 3 different inscriptions on them. And if somebody wants to grab one, you'll let us know. I think there's 2 others over there. And then the next thing we're going to do is all the cards for the gentleman. He's got all the Tully cards in the back next to the VHSs. Yep, Erica, I will definitely ask that as well. All right.
There's put NWA Hall of Fame 09. You want to do the cards?
Yeah, we'll do the gentleman's cards all back there. Chris Garski's cards. Thank you, Chris, again. Again, if you guys want to place an order, now's the time to do so. Right there on the main page, there's a drop-down menu, and you can choose whatever items you want to order. We've got probably 15 different 8x10s. We've got 11x14s. We got AEW trading cards, 11x17. We have the baby doll already signed 8x10. She already signed it, and Tully could add his signature. Same with MJF. And we got those original Crockett bandanas of the 4 Horsemen.
I guess you can sign right over 4 Horsemen.
Yeah, or I could sign up the side.
And there was the 4 too that Ricky signed too, right? That are over there. That we have to add.
Right here, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Very good question, Chris.
We're going to have a few more with that pen.
Chris, I'll ask. That will be my next question. Yep, and Erica, I definitely will ask your question as well. Erica wants to know what it was like traveling during the Horseman peak. Anthony, I didn't see the live show last night. I left before it started. And I will definitely get your questions.
You want me to sign both of them?
No, just one.
The convention during the day was a lot of fun. It was good seeing a lot of those fans that I haven't seen in like 30 years from back in the day.
I think Cole was more over than a lot of people there. Here's a good shot.
And again, Chris Garski, thank you for sending the cards in to us. And if I skipped your questions, I will definitely get to them. Just keep on repeating them in the chat. I'm not trying to ignore anybody.
And I'm trying not to answer questions while I'm writing,
Right.
so I don't misspell my name, which I do have in my resume.
Right. want to plug the belt one more time. I mentioned it earlier a couple times. We got the NWA Replica TV title. We're going to have Tully sign it. It's up for purchase on our website. If anybody wants to order it, we'll have Tully sign it. We'll inscribe something pretty cool on there as well. It's a great belt. It's 4mm plates as well, so it's not the 2mm ones. And it's real leather backing, as you can see. Just got it in yesterday. I was very nervous we weren't going to get this in time. And I got back from the TWA show, and there it was, just waiting for us. Chris, next weekend, May 10th, we have Maria Kanellis. And we're going to be announcing some other big ones. Christian will be returning to our show in the very near future as well. Yep, we're going to see him this week, Erica. And send me a message just so I remember. Send me a text on that. The bunkhouse one gets encapsulated.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got you, Erica.
We're just waiting for Tully to get on it.
What's that?
The bunkhouse.
Okay, yeah. He signed it already today, right?
You just signed it.
Yeah. Yep, Christian Cage.
Father of the Year?
What's that?
Christian Cage.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we can answer some questions and I'll get these other ones ready.
All right. Somebody wanted to know what was it like traveling with the Horsemen during the Horsemen's peak?
It was pretty simple when Crockett had the private jet that we would fly on,
Right.
but flying commercial and that kind of stuff was a little bit chaotic. The cable television explosion and going nationwide in the late 80s was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
But it was I could dress down and wear my glasses, and I didn't, as long as I wasn't too close to Flair, with his bleach blonde hair, and
Yeah.
let him take all the people, and then you could pretty much have a time of peace and quiet. And
Are you still surprised that Rick's living the life at whatever age he is now? Or
no,
no, it's just
not at all.
That's who he is.
Yeah,
Somebody wanted to know earlier on, did you ever work as a babyface, or have you always been a heel?
I was a babyface when I first started because I was a promoter's son, and promoters' kids were always baby faces.
Right.
And the trouble is, I was not a bad performer as a baby face, but I was mediocre at best, and I was a very good heel. So
Yeah. How many times have you worked with Ric Flair in singles matches?
I don't know that I ever have. Maybe once.
Wow, that's crazy. It's one match people I think were dying to see. Never happened on the big national platform, unfortunately. All right, Chris, these are the other cards. We're going to do the other canvases. Yeah, don't forget Maria Kanellis. We have a special on our website, guys. You buy 2 pictures for Maria Kanellis, you get 1 for free. First time we're ever doing that. That's next Saturday. She'll also be at the 90s Con with us in New Jersey. Yeah, if I'm not answering a question that you wrote, it's probably because I'm not going to ask that question. Yeah, Maria next week is going to be 7 o'clock p.m. and she's bringing Ring of Warden items as well.
Yeah, let that
Didn't mess it up.
let that paint.
Yeah.
All right.
Get it off the back of that.
Yeah, we got Windex or whatever we could use. Somebody wanted to know what was it like working for Tony Khan and AEW, and did you like working with FTR?
Yeah, I was not a very good manager, and so it was they had to pick up the slack for me,
Right.
and so eventually we parted company. But working for Tony was what it was.
Yeah.
He knew me and said hi, and I knew him and said hi, and had virtually no contact with him. So
Right. Maybe it's better that way sometimes.
yeah, it was. The neat thing was during the pandemic, when we were at the stadium in Jacksonville. We got to go watch the Florida Georgia game.
Right. That's awesome.
and stuff like that. So that was pretty unique.
Yeah.
Just walk across the parking lot a little bit.
Yeah, it's sweet. Guys, these are the canvases that are up for sale right now. We have them for $125. I don't believe they're on the website. If you want to get one of these canvases, we will invoice you for it.
And then the Hall of Fame. We'll do the Hall of Fame on these too.
I will ask about that. Gary, I'll ask that question next. We're going to be doing a lot, guys, with all the guys that just got released. Working on it as we speak. Thoughts on the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid. We'll get to that next. And then we'll ask him his favorite memory as a Horseman.
Oh, 09.
What do you remember of Terry Funk, the Funker?
Terry was one of my closest friends in the business. He recruited me when I was transferring from playing football at SMU to going somewhere. I went to junior college at Cisco, Texas, and graduated so that I could go ahead and play without having a red shirt. And Terry called my dad and said, Tully needs to come to West Texas. And I flew up there and met the coach, and they offered me a scholarship. And
That's great.
When Terry was at the world champion, I stayed out at his house, so to make sure nothing crazy happened.
Right.
And it was a great time of my life. And Dory and Terry were very intricate into guys that I would go to say, okay, what do you do? How do you do it? Blah, 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 blah. Learn it when I was learning how to work. And Harley Race was one. So you take those people that have been successful ahead of you, and you learn from them. You don't go learn from somebody that's never been the world champion or never been successful. And so it was a great time. It was very sad when I went up to his funeral up in Canyon. It was the last time I'd been up there in many years.
He was the best. I missed my phone calls with him. He was a great guy, great mentor.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to know your thoughts on the British Bulldogs as a tag team.
It was a toss-up to which ones were more brutal, the Bulldogs or the Hearts, or it was
Yeah. You guys had a lot of good tag teams to work with when you came in to WWF.
Yes.
So that was one thing that was pretty good
Yes.
for you guys. You want to sign the belt? We'll do this in silver, I guess. We'll sign your name and...
Okay.
Like, what's the best silver for the belt that you have over there? What do you think we should sign it to? What's the best?
I'd put NW Hall of Fame, definitely.
Okay. What's the best spot for this?
Well,
I know it's a lot
the
of...
only place to sign is like right in here.
Yeah, right there. That's what I was thinking.
Because it's the only smooth.
Yep.
Yeah, the grooves is in
Yeah, and I don't want to do the back of it, so that works.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, the belt is up for sale, guys. You can order this right now on our website. It's $500, and we're going to sign it right now. Oh, Glenn wants his book signed. Yep, Glenn, we'll sign your book. We'll do it right after this, and we'll send you an invoice. Joe will send it to you. Joe, I will put him on the spreadsheet.
You want to put WWE
No,
in
no,
there?
just NWA.
Yeah, because it's NWA.
Yeah.
You said Glenn?
Yeah, Glenn Latchall's book. Thank you, Glenn. Again, guys, we're going to be here a little bit longer with Tully. Now is the time to place an order for all of your 8x10s. And we have 11x17s, 11x14s. We got the Crockett bandanas, some other dual sign pictures with Baby Doll and MJF. And we're having him sign some other stuff as well.
Do the black.
Glenn, this is for you. Thank you, Glenn. There's the link right there in the chat to place an order. You don't need a sticker for Glenn, right?
No.
All right. We'll do some original Crockett VHS covers. We'll just have you sign them real quick.
War Games. Ooh,
Yeah, the original. I think that's the original. Or 86 was the original.
black or white?
We'll do red like the rock and roll did.
Yeah, but you can't hardly
I
read
think,
it.
yeah, I think white would pop better.
We'll do white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Ooh. There's Dusty dancing after beating me up. Starcade 86. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the first blood match, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep. Ricky was telling us he's got the original Crockett Cup. Or no, did he give it to somebody?
What are they talking about?
No. All right. I agree, Glenn. Dallas, we just talked about AEW. You think we'll see Tessa in WWE one day?
I hope so. That's her dream,
Right.
to be able to do that. I don't.
There's some great history there with Charlotte Flair too. You have her.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
absolutely.
just a story waiting to happen.
Yeah, but the the politics and stuff
Yeah.
in the business today is something I'm beyond.
Right.
And even though we had politics back in the day, the four of us, elevated ourselves to where we were above the politics.
Yep.
And so it didn't make any difference if it was a tag match or singles or whatever. Whoever we were wrestling was elevated.
100%.
They made we made them look better than they were capable of making themselves look. And I hope that didn't sound too braggadocious.
Nope, not at all. You totally earned it and deserved it. Memories of working with Ronnie Garvin. Your feud with Ronnie.
There's a reason they call him the Hands of Stone.
Yeah, everybody says that about Ronnie.
Oh,
Mike, there's some 11 by 17 up there,
I'm gonna get them in a second.
and the one with the Horsemen, and we'll have sign these a while. Guys, we'll waiting for some other orders to come in. If we don't get any other orders in the next 5 minutes, we'll probably wrap things up because we got some other stuff we have totally to sign. Don't forget, guys, we have that AEW jacket. If only one person bids on it, you're going to get it for $500. And we're going to have Tully sign it for you and everything. It's the AEW, his last ring worn. Stacy, you definitely missed it. We signed it just a little bit ago.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah. Yep, we definitely signed it. And guys, this is up on the website for you guys to order. It's 11 by 17. It's really cool. No problem, Stace. All right, we also have the other 11, those other big ones, right? All right. Who was that for? That one?
They didn't have a name on it.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
I think that was outside Flair's house.
Really?
I think so.
Huh.
Because we've got gym clothes on, so
Right.
we used to go over there and work out.
Glenn, we just asked him that too. He talked about Barry. So, guys, we're going to do the AEW cards now. And we're going to be back live on Tuesday for a virtual show. We got lots of new merchandise to show you guys. We picked up a lot of cool stuff from Joel's TWA show yesterday. And we will have the Bubba and Devon Dudley Funkos available. They are certified. We'll show them on Tuesday as well. And lots of other cool stuff. I put up a bunch of encapsulated cards last night on our Facebook page you can check out that we're going to be selling. All right. Joe, I just sent you a question on there. Enrique. Did we do a 8x10 in red recently?
I think we did.
Okay, we'll do it again just for
Do
Joe's
we have
sake.
one that's got a better point on it
Let me check.
rather than writing?
I hear you, Glenn. It's Sunday, so.
This one might be a little better.
Good question, Dallas. We will ask that. I think there might be one up there, but I'll just have him do it again. I got you, Enrique.
Enrique already got it.
Yeah, we just got to add 2 Enrique, 4 Horsemen on there. We're going to, it's a red, signed in red, right?
Yep.
It was done probably during the show.
Yeah. It was definitely done during the show.
Yeah. All right, Ian Schultz, I just got your order. Joe, if you could invoice Ian Schultz for $40. Ian Schultz, Joe, for 40. All right.
This is for Enrique.
Yeah, we're gonna write on there to Enrique, ENRIQUE, and then he wants in quotes
ENRI.
Yep, QUE, and then he wants you to add 4 Horsemen in quotes. There's a big 11 by 14. It's a black and white photo. I think of Tully holding the belt. I don't think it's black and white actually. It's just the 11 by 17. Yep, that's the one. We're gonna get that signed for Ian. We're gonna have him sign 3-time TV champ. And we'll sign your name on that one in black ink. He said. Yep, in black ink.
Black's not.
Yeah,
really
I don't
good
think
on
black's gonna come out good, Ian. We're gonna do it in a better picture. What color do you think will pop on that one?
that. White.
Yeah, we'll do it in white.
Okay, he wants what now?
3-time TV champ. Thank you, Ian. Thanks, Enrique. Hey, what's up, Andrew?
Three-time TV champ, right?
Yeah. All right. I think we just got another order in.
There's keys. Where's
Here. I think this is the one right here. Yeah.
Is that for David?
No.
Okay. Yeah, somebody just ordered David Lothar, baby doll number 1, silver Sharpie, which would be this.
Signed by Baby Doll or just him?
No, it's dual signed.
Well, there.
Yeah.
We got it right here.
Oh, cool. Okay. I'll give you his name, David.
You want two, David?
Nope, just in silver. Just your name. Thanks, David. Oh yeah, it was the other photo. Let's see. There should be another baby doll one.
That one there?
No, there's one that's already signed. Baby doll number 2. Do not see that on the table, Joe.
It's that one. That's signed, right?
This one, look, I'll show it to you.
Blue background?
It was on the shelf, he said. It's on the shelf. Joe, where on the shelf is it at? With all the other items, he said. It's up there. Nothing up there?
Blue background, right?
Yeah, you found it?
No, I'm looking at these other photos.
Yeah, it's, Tully's got his arm up in the air. It's not here. They're already signed. What about the pictures that we took to,
Wait, these with this?
yeah, probably.
This one.
You got it.
Right, yeah, it's last one.
Okay.
Only had one. Who was it for?
Is it already signed?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's for David,
Not that one?
no, it's that one. We did the wrong one. All right, David, we got you covered. John Wheat's book down there?
Yes.
Yep. Did we do John's already?
I think we did.
Okay. Just look on the spreadsheet. Here's this. Oh, you already took the sticker off the other one? Okay. Yeah, and John Wheat's book, it's not on this list, so it might still be down there. Or did we send it? It's here. Okay, yeah. Yep, John, we did yours at the show yesterday. You're all set, John. Thank you. Yep, Dallas, we actually already talked about FTR. All All right, guys, you got about 5 minutes left, and then we're gonna shut the stream down, and we're gonna have Tully just finish some stuff here, and then we're gonna head out. So you guys got about 5 minutes left. If you have any orders you want to place, please don't forget, guys. Yep, George, I got yours already. We have the Tully Blanchard ring-worn jacket up for auction. Trying to get $500 opening bid for that. If only one person bids on it, you're probably going to get it at $500. And Dallas, what was your question again? Sorry. Oh, okay. What was his dream match? A guy that you never had a chance to work that you wish you could have worked. Good question, Dallas. Is there one guy out there that you never had a chance to work that you wish you could have?
I don't. I think everybody that I worked with were probably the tops all the way across.
100%.
Dusty, Magnum,
Yeah.
Terry Funk, Dory Funk, Harley Race, even before I switched heel.
You ever work Piper back in the day at all? I don't know where you guys would have crossed paths.
No.
Yeah.
No.
'Cause you guys were in different territories, I think, all the
Yes.
time.
And but he was one of the all-time greatest heels
100%.
anyway. So I mean,
Yeah.
what kind of match you gonna have?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you might have been here when Shane and I wrestled.
Oh, yeah.
60-minute
Oh, yeah.
heel match.
The Pants Crickets. Yeah, they didn't give a shit. Yeah. They turned their back. They were watching the bingo boards. I'll never forget that night.
Oh my gosh. It was good for 45 minutes.
Right.
The last 15 were a little rugged. What a great performer Shane is, though.
Oh, he's awesome. Yeah, good talker on the mic, too. Somebody asked, did you have another finisher besides the slingshot suplex?
No.
That was it, Chris.
I only won on TV.
Really? There you go.
Never used it.
Right,
Other
right.
than that.
All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap things up here. We're going to have to just totally sign our extras. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today, and obviously I want to thank Tully for being here with us. It was a great signing. I've always been a huge fan for you, and again, you're probably one of the top 10 workers of all time, easily, and one of the greatest heels of all time, greatest promos. You were always believable in the ring, and I want to thank you as a wrestling fan for everything you've done for the business, and you put your body on the line for a lot of people. People don't realize, that, and again, I want to thank you for all these guys out here as well.
Well, I want to thank you because it was a fan-generated business, and without the fans, you wouldn't have anything. And it was a tremendously great part of my life, and being second generation, and now that Tessa is finding great success, and this business is just an awesome one to be in and part of, and set the stage for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you again, and wish you best of luck in the future. And I hope to see Tessa one day go and maybe leave TNA whenever that time is right. Not now, and when the time is right, I'd love to see her on a huge platform like WWE and maybe headlining Mania one day.
That would be awesome. I was trying to figure out a way if I could work my way in and manage my daughter.
Right. Hey, we can call Dreamer right now. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. And we'll see everybody on Tuesday once again for a new show at 7 p.m. See you guys.
Thank you all.
Or should we do that instead of the